Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm here in Planetbase, the outer space building and economy simulation game where we go to different worlds and try to build viable colonies. And whoops, my colony is in a little bit of trouble. We are short on power. Notice that the sun is going down, and we have power collectors that are empty. So I'm going to start shutting down anything that's non-essential in order to conserve power so that we can last through the night and get back on our feet. Every time the power goes out, this results in food not being produced, water not being available, and it puts the colony off balance. Let's see, we need to probably shut down anything we don't absolutely have to have. So, unfortunately, that's going to be the bars. We need to get the amount of food we have to produce more meals up. Can't have all these hunger icons. Granted, some people are going to be grumpy for a little while without their alcohol, but one way or another, we need to keep the colony alive. Let's see. We have the starport currently shut down in order to save power, as well as most of the mines. There are a few mines that are remaining open, and that's simply because they're being run by robots at the moment. So the drill bots will continue the work while the human workers concentrate on other things. Let's see if we can get this solar panel up. In fact, you know what? After that, we'll go ahead and we'll erect another one. Because we have collectors that were not filled during the daytime. So when the next sunrise comes up, we want to fill up as many as possible. One thing that potentially could help with our food generation would be changing our landing permissions. We currently have lots of workers, but we could use more biologists. What my thought is that we can open up this biodome here in order to help get back on our feet in terms of vegetable production. So at least this was available here for a little surge capacity. So we'll go ahead and fire that biodome up. Since the biodome was going to draw on our water supply, let's see, how are we doing for water? Right now we're okay. Consuming 46 but producing 62. Well, you know what, just in case, let's go ahead and we'll add capacity for another extractor. Oh, I see one was just built, but I have a feeling we will need more as the other biodome comes online. We'll concentrate on these solar cells first and get those up and running prior to anything else. Since they are time sensitive, we need to be able to have as many running as possible when the sun comes up. Oh, speaking of shutting down bars, we have excess capacity for oxygen generation, so that's why I was shutting the oxygen generators down. Yeah, we're way over capacity. So any non-critical generators can go ahead and be powered off. This will save power and water. In fact, you know what? I've changed my mind about this particular one, or this section of the base. We'll go ahead and recycle it, and ooh, look at this. This is leftover from the power outages. We're trying to get back on our feet and get this biodome up and going. What I was thinking is that eventually this section will have a dedicated bar. I mean, right now we have a little satellite one. And then we could have the bar patrons here. Then that oxygen generator relocates here, and that way it's providing oxygen directly to the areas that will have the most people in them. Also, one other thing that would really help with our getting back on our feet in terms of food would be vegetables. Or in this case, freeing up the vegetables. We're trying to increase our capacity by activating that hot spare biodome, but another thing that would help us with that would be a lab. Currently, we have a lab which is dedicated to basically virtual meat production. So this is basically a meat factory. So we have tissue cultures, and the synthesizers are sitting there producing. It requires a little maintenance right now. Matter of fact, here we can take a look. So basically growing burgers in in this tissue synthesizer. Yummy, huh? And as long as we can get our biologists to work on it, it's just I have a feeling we don't have enough biologists. Everybody is busy doing other things. Not only that, but because we have a shortage of bots for carrying things, there are probably biologists that are serving functions to carry things back and forth rather than doing their normal assigned tasks. So we want to try and help them. Let's see, where would be a good spot? The idea is that if we put up basically another laboratory to produce meat, those meat products can be used to eat instead of the vegetables, which frees the vegetables up to be stuffed into drinks machines so that people can drink alcohol and get happy again. And if they're happy, then more people come to our colony. Here we go. So here's a lab, and I'm trying to see if I could fit it right about there. Since this lab will be a very high density structure, I wanted to connect it directly to an oxygen generator, the same way we've done with this lab here, so that when it's filled with people, the generator is providing for their needs. This generator puts out oxygen for 30 people, so. Whoops, that sounds like someone just made a drop-off. Okay, it looks like we received a new biologist. Okay, we're feeling the effects of the oxygen generator that I recycled. So let's go ahead and put that back. Well, here. Oh, power is critical, but here comes the sun. See, I wanted to work out the spacing and make sure that everything was where it's supposed to be. We'll prioritize the oxygen generator since keeping up the oxygen levels in this part of the base is important. There are just basically more colonists here than this generator for this area can support. Eventually we'll have a connection here too. I just don't want these guys to wall themselves up in this area. Come on, figure it out. Get this stuff over here. It doesn't require a lot of materials. Oh, here's another mine we can fire up. Oh, good. We have another panel that's about to go up. So we can collect a little bit more power before the sun goes down. Let's see how we are doing on power, as a matter of fact. We're charging, but we are charging slowly. Oh, whoops, I forgot to reactivate these. Okay, good friend. And during the daytime, we can fire the starport up. I'm just going to try to keep it off at night until we're able to get our power levels back up. Speaking of which, here, let's see. Let's queue up another solar panel. We'll prioritize that one too. Our generator is coming along. That looks like the final metal piece we need in order to connect the generator. I'm going to still have to wait for someone to come over here and connect it. I should have replaced that generator before recycling the other one. Oh well. So all of these domes are low on oxygen, and as a result people get fatigued and causes other problems. It's going to take forever, I bet, for someone or a bot to come out here and actually connect this. Even though it's got all of its materials, it's funded and ready to go. Oh, wait a minute, I take that back. Here comes a constructor bot. And he looks like he's moving with a purpose. I would bet he's probably going to go out and assemble our connection. Delightful. I was worried that it was going to take forever. The lab's been built. Okay, well, it still needs to be connected, though. This is where constructor bots come in handy. A human engineer would take forever to get over here. And we need this up in a hurry. Okay, so the generator is up and begins pressurizing, and we're producing the oxygen, which will flow out into the canteen here and throughout this part of the complex. Once we have these connections made here, we'll also connect it this way. So as you can see, it's starting to push the oxygen through, and these structures will finally reach their normal levels. There we go. It's a slow progression, but we'll get it over there. We probably need another one, considering the amount of people we have in the various cabins. Generator here for now. Okay, we have any effect? Yeah, these are finally coming back up to normal. It'll take a little while. It's kind of a slow progression as it kind of works its way through the system here. That's why, to give it a kick in the pants, to keep things up, we'll go ahead and put another generator here. Oh, good, the lab is up. All right, so like I said, this is basically going to be a meat factory, and its primary purpose is to give the colonists something to eat besides vegetables. So the vegetables can be stuffed into the drinks makers so we can have alcohol. And this will allow us to reactivate the bars. Currently, we're still a little low on meals considering the population of the colony, and as a result, that means that we're still considered a status of poor. So we're trying to get the welfare up, make sure everybody's fed, and then later, entertained and kept happy. Oh, one non-alcoholic way is, again, we have some surge capacity available. We have a multi-dome that we were planning on putting up. And here, let's see. Oh, you know what? The multi-dome could probably also use a screen or two. Because right now, the only recreational facilities that have been available, other than the bars, has been screens that are put up in the various canteens. So the multi-dome here is basically a lot of non-alcoholic fun where people can work out, rest on a bench, stare at the happy plants, watch TV, use the pull-up bar, run on the little human wheel. So until we can get our bars up and going, hopefully this will help with a little bit of that problem. This is why we're trying to recruit more biologists. Notice how all of these vegetable pads are doing terribly. I'm guessing our biology team is just overwhelmed at the moment. So it's kind of hard to get ahead of things if we can't take care of what we've got. So plus we just added the tissue synthesis lab that will supposedly grow meat, but we need to be able to man those. So every biologist we can get to land here will help with that. There we go, and keeping the power up will ensure that we don't have these issues. Here, let's make a cross connect so that there's no single point of failure. Otherwise, a meteorite hit right here would knock out 3 of these, and then it would take forever before I could get someone to come back and repair them. So I want to have multiple paths in order to get the power out into the colony. Okay, let's see. Oh, we already have a visitor. So far the multi-dome has some benches, a little pull-up bar, some happy plants, and as you can see, the colonists are flocking to them immediately. There is a need for some entertainment and stress relief on this colony, especially after what I put these people through, so. So as we can get the number of meals up, and most importantly, what I'm looking for is to basically see all of these hunger icons disappear. Once we can get the food situation under control, because that's what turning the bars off did for us. We saved power for things that we didn't need, but we also cut off an egress for our vegetable supply so that it only goes to food. So we'll supplement the vegetables with meat products, and then we'll be able to reactivate the bars in order to get everybody happy again, so that more biologists will be willing to land. I'm hoping these are biologists landing now. Come on, be 2 or 3 of them. Don't just have a big ship on the starport for one. Whoops, uh-oh. Never mind, these people aren't here to contribute anything. This is an attack. They're like, what, you figured that out, Joe? And I was like, yes. Yes, I did. Shoot, I hate kicking these bots out of here. But you know what? I need to be able to close the doors, so. See, these guys are making a beeline for that airlock because they want to come in here and kill everyone and take our installation for themselves. Not going to happen. Not today. Well, if we can't have anyone work in the mines, we might as well shut them down and save power. The yellow alert that I declared indicates to all the colonists and robots to come into the colony, and then by cutting off power to the airlocks, I'm effectively blocking them. The visitors only have small arms with them that are effective against other colonists once they enter the colony, but they don't have any way to blast their way in. So if I simply power off the airlocks, they'll eventually asphyxiate on the surface. Their ship that dropped them off abandons them here, so if they want to survive, they have to take the colony. As a result, they're well motivated. And as you can see, they're typically faster than the colonists as they zip around the surface as a result. Okay, let's see. Making sure that we have all these powered off. I believe everybody is inside at this point. So with all the colonists and robots inside the colony, and all the airlocks shut down so that they can't get out, we can basically cancel the alert. The alert not only recalls them into the colony, but it ensures that they don't dive out the nearest airlock and go outside while we're trying to kill these people on the surface. My colony is peaceful. We have no weapons. I didn't want to invest in guards or weapons because every colonist counts in this challenge to reaching our goal. So I didn't want to encourage them firefights. I'd rather just lock the bad guys outside and, well, let them die of their own accord. Okay, so we have a new colonist here, and we want him to be able to get into the colony. So let's see where he goes. We'll follow him. Actually, you know what? Here, we can encourage him a little bit. I'll fire up an airlock. Now the visitors will see me do this, and they'll start marching across the surface, hoping to reach this airlock. Whoops, oh, but let's put that yellow alert back in effect to keep the colonists from running to that airlock to go outside. Okay, and now that we have our new colonist inside, we'll cancel that alert. That way we don't have to listen to it. Meanwhile, the intruders are making their way across the surface to the last known open airlock that they're aware of, because they want to get in here and shoot everyone. At least that's what they're hoping to do. Meanwhile, inside the colony, we're busy processing things. Let's see. Sounds like people are using the multi-dome. Wow, it's got a lot of customers. this is the funny one, the decorative plant. I like to call it the happy plant. So you'll see that there will be people that will, from the colony, that'll come in here, and they'll just stare at the plants, and it makes them happy. Same thing with the happy bench. You know, it increases morale to sit on this bench. I don't know, maybe it like vibrates and makes you feel good. Um, but the happy plants and the happy benches are here, along with various different workout items. So until we can get the bars up and running, we should be okay. Oh, I thought I had shut down all the bars. I must have missed one. Yeah, I missed this one. More biologists. I would like to let them in, but these guys are standing right here at the doorway. Alright, you know what? Let's make them exert themselves. Excellent, excellent. So they'll come all the way over here only to find this airlock, well, locked. Meanwhile, our new biologists here, I guess they want to help out by bringing ore inside. That's fine. Oh, on the plus side, we've been producing quite a bit of metal here. And I don't want to miss the opportunity, so we'll go ahead and we will queue up additional solar panels so that as soon as we can open the doors, we will get some more power generation going. As well as more power storage. You know, that is sounding encouraging. I'm gonna guess that that was probably our intruders have all asphyxiated, so we can now reopen for business. So now I have to go and turn on all the airlocks that I had shut off in order to get everyone back to work. It's a bit of a rigmarole in order to deal with the attackers whenever they come down, but it saves us from having to fight them directly and risk the lives of our colonists. Every one of them is precious. I need to have 300 of them by the time we reach day 70. That's only 13 days from now. So I'm motivated to get the welfare of the colony up to the point where we can have everybody happy and wanting to come here. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and reactivate bot production. We need robots to take care of a lot of work around here in order to get people happy. Let's see, here we have another biologist that has just landed. The good thing is it looks like we'll have these panels up before sunrise, which means we'll be able to take advantage of all the power they can generate for us today. Whoops, I guess one of our bots finally fell apart. know it's probably helping some of our colonists, but I'm going to shut down this bar because I really want to get everybody taken care of in terms of food before we're consuming vegetables as alcohol. I want to reactivate all of these services, but we have to. Oh, look at this. Someone is thirsty. Oh, you know what? As part of the deactivation of the bars, we also shut down a whole bunch of water fountains, which decrease the capacity for people to be able to, well, get a drink of water. Well, maybe I can supplement that until such time as we can get other things stood back up. So the bar here has a little extra room for water fountains. I want to make sure that nobody is dying of thirst in my colony. That'd be ridiculous. So we have plenty of water. We just have to have the fountains for them to be able to drink from. Yeah, see, I'm seeing multiple icons here of people that are being dehydrated. So this will help. Okay, another biologist. Good. Wait a minute, did I put a canteen here? Oh, it's supposed to be a bar. What am I doing? Whoops. I would guess I was in a bit of a hurry. I put the wrong structure. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. Water fountains are going into effect. And that should encourage everyone to wet their whistles. Okay, the sun is up. Whoops, oh, this panel still needs to be assembled. Hopefully we can get an engineer out there soon. Oh, good, good. That constructor bot is probably making a beeline to the solar panel. Excellent. So we'll lose a little bit of power generation for the day, but we'll get most of it. Oh, you know what? We probably need more capacity for... As we've been adding more colonists, we haven't been adding more birthing space. I see a traumatic injury coming out of the mine. That's okay. We've got plenty of medical supplies available. So just head on down to the sick bay. Let's make sure it's powered up. Okay, yeah, it is. And they will take care of you. In fact, these cabinets are all filled with supplies. So we're ready for patients. Good. More biologists. So all of these vegetable pads that need the tender loving care of a biologist, every biologist that we're able to add will basically increase the efficiency of our food generation. So we can have lots of pads, but if they're not being serviced, they don't produce. So every ship that's landing with additional biology personnel is a big help to the colony. Oh, yeah, not to mention, yeah, see how the tissue factory here is basically requiring a lot of personnel to come and take care of it. That's also why I want to have some beds here, so that when they're tired, you can just go flop right here, right next to the office. Speaking of which, no, we don't want to connect it that way because then that cuts into the capacity for the lab. I guess I haven't given myself enough room. Oh, there we go. You know what? It can work with... Yeah, we'll connect it using a small oxygen generator. I was thinking that in order to keep them in the area, we could have a small satellite bar and canteen here as well. The idea is to keep the biology personnel on site. Okay, that's the canteen. All right. Make sure. We are not connecting this to the lab because the lab's capacity for synthesis of tissues is contingent upon, well, how many tissue synthesizers it has, which is contingent upon how much bulk head space there is. So if we make connections, it actually decreases the lab's capacity in order to have them there. It's good to see the multi-dome is busy. People can have a little recreation and fun without alcohol. I don't know, maybe I went overboard on the happy plans, but hey, they come in handy. People love them. Okay, good, more biologists. I wonder, can we reach that goal? We have 12 days. 12 days to add 104 personnel to the colony. We're at decent, but I bet you we can get up to good here. Oh, look at this. We're doing great on the vegetables. Well, in that case, it's time to fire the bars back up. Oh, most importantly, the super bar. I'm thinking I probably should have activated this canteen as well. Well, let's go ahead and do that now. The meal makers can only produce meals at a finite rate. So the more meal makers we have, the quicker we can process food and get it out to all of our colonists. So I'm thinking to myself that these new canteens here would probably come in handy to ensure that we're getting everybody fed in a timely manner. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is our new bar. I like to make one large and one medium. The idea is that by working together, you have one dome that produces all the alcohol, and the other dome provides all the seating. And the colonists are happy to just go back and forth. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we'll wait for that bar to get put up before activating the construction there. Okay. I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of customers at the super bar. Yeah, see, our new cabins are a hit. Probably need even more. Let's see, I'm trying to clear out a little space here. I think we need another storage dome, and this is why. As you can see, we're already at 47% on this dome, so I know we're going to need more areas to store things. I'm using a little Planetbase trickery here in order to dig out some of this area so that I'll have the room to construct the dome that I want to. Basically, you tell Planetbase, hey, I'm thinking of building something here, and Planetbase helpfully clears out a little bit of that material for you. And then you say, nah, I changed my mind, but you still get the benefit of whatever it cleared. So I just find various different Planetbase objects and kind of do the hokey pokey until I'm able to clear the area that I'm hoping for. In fact, one structure in particular is very useful for this, and that is the oxygen generator. So I can say, you know what, I was thinking of putting a generator here, and it will allow me to make connections and cut through things, and you can get away with quite a bit. I see a ship landing off in the distance. Let's see if they're friend or foe. I'm hoping it's more friendly colonists coming to join us. Well, just one friendly colonist, but hey, we're getting closer to 200. And we still have 12 days. Wow, the super bar is, well, dealing with surge capacity here. That's why we have this. I'll bet that this ends up filling up as the word gets out. No, and our new canteen is coming online. It's not even finished, and we've got customers. We want to make sure that the colonists don't have to wait to be fed. They may have to walk a ways, based on whichever canteen currently has capacity for them, but I don't want them to have to wait for a seat someplace. Hurry up, get your food, get happy, get back to work. This lab is still not doing very well. It requires a lot of attention from biologists. So we'll see how many more we can get to come down here. And at the same time, like I said, we're trying to build as many robots to help. These carrier bots in particular will help us by transporting things so that colonists don't have to do it, and they'll be able to concentrate on their areas of specialty instead of, well, dragging stuff around. Want the robots to stay in good repair, so we'll build another automated robot repair station. Yeah, these bars are busy. Oh, yeah, see, the super bar is getting, well, ever more customers. Okay, good. 3 biologists. This will help. We have the capacity to produce the food. We just have to have the teams in order to run everything so that these things don't decay. See, like the lab here, desperately in need of additional manpower. Although, it looks like the biology teams have caught up with everything they needed to do here in the large biodome. Remember, it had all these horrible icons indicating, the plants were not being taken care of, and as a result, they don't produce as often or as well. But it looks like that's okay now. This bar is going to take forever. We have plenty of starches. Why are we not producing bioplastics? Looks like everybody's working on it. I guess maybe we need another bioplastics processing plant. I should build something here, but I don't know anything that would actually fit there. Let's see, one of our smaller structures, yeah, see, even a lab, and it's the smallest size, it won't connect. Oh well, it looks like a lot of wasted ground there. Whoops, here comes the ship. I was just sitting there thinking to myself where I'm going to put various different items, construction that I want to queue up. Whoops, oh, it's another attack, and this is a big one. Everybody inside, please. The one positive aspect of these attacks is that workers work in the mines, as you can see here, and by closing the mine and saying get in the colony, it frees up workers to do things like ore processing or bioplastics creation. Alright, so we're just going to lock these guys outside. Well, they are speedy and determined to come and kill us. Oh, wait a minute. Those are my workers. I want you guys to come inside. Oh well, they'll have to walk a little further over here. I mistook them for the invaders for a moment there. Unfortunately, the invaders are, like I said, very motivated to come and kill people. Notice how briskly they walk across the surface compared to my colonists. Hopefully they don't overtake them. Hopefully. I was just sitting here watching. I'm like, please don't catch up. I want to get my colonists inside safely. Okay, this should be the last of the... Oh, look at that. Did... An intruder's been killed? What, did he get hit by a meteorite? That'd be fantastic. Achievement unlocked. Meteorite bullseyes an intruder? That's never happened. Oh no! One of them got in. Alright, now we have a problem. I forgot about that airlock. Fight for your life, guys. We lost a biologist. Well, okay, so we had one death. We've got one person who's critically injured. If they can just make it over to here to sickbay, we will take care of them. I forgot about that darn airlock. Well, hey, at least the meteorite killed one of them for us. I guess. That's pretty funny. I've always been worried about the meteorites bullseyeing my colonists, but I've never seen one hit one of the intruders before, so that should be an achievement. That should definitely be an achievement. Okay, we've got a biologist on the surface who just landed, but that also means that that new colonist has a full tank of air. These guys, well... yeah, they'll go through their oxygen faster, I think, if we make them exert themselves. So, you know what? Here, look, let's pick the airlock furthest from them and activate it. There we go. Now that our new biologist has made it into the colony, we'll close the airlock behind them, and that way there's no chance of bad people getting in here. Now, they don't know that. They are going to march their way across the surface, hoping to get in, exerting themselves, burning a precious O2, and hopefully dying very, very soon. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and we'll process all the materials that we have inside. Whoops, here comes another ship with some more biologists for us. Let's see, what are we up to? Currently we have 63. I'll make that 64. Oh, well, it gives everyone a chance to relax at the super bar. Ooh, look at this parade of characters. That's why this bar here is good for, say, surge capacity, you know, where all of a sudden a lot of people are depressed all at once. Instead of having to make them wait for a stool to become available, the super bar will soak up large groups of unhappy colonists and help them drown their sorrows. Here, let's see. Here, we can open this airlock. We'll force our intruders to go all the way to that side of the base. Burn up even more oxygen. Oh, here they go. With any luck, they won't make it. In fact, I'm counting on them not making it. But just in case, oh, that's right, we do want people to go out there and finish the bar. Oh, I was right, they didn't make it. Alright, we are back open for business. Intruder's dead. Alright, more biologists. Excellent. While we have an excess of metal, just to ensure that there are no problems in the future, I'm going to increase the amount of power we can store. Oh, and maybe it's a good time to cross-connect a few things to guard against single points of failure. As you see this one here, all of these panels, well, okay, I guess they have two different ways to go, but 3 is even better. Oh, let's fire up these mines. Yeah, we definitely need more bioplastics processing. What would be a good spot for that? Probably right here, actually. Now, there are some, well, little hills in Planetbase that you can kind of shim down. However, this one goes so high, I don't know that I can cut through that. We might have to go around it, at least for a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see how much we can shim down in order to make as much room as possible for new construction. Whoops. Okay, this is a big ship. Let's make sure it's not a big attack. Nope. Just a couple more biologists. Good. With all the biological team members that we've been adding, all the maintenance icons have disappeared from the labs and the various different biodomes. So it looks like the biology team is able to keep up with everything. I see we have plenty of vegetables to feed all of the bars, so everyone's getting fed, plus we have enough alcohol for everyone. Oh, and speaking of which, here's another bar also. Here, let's see. Go ahead and put up some seating. Not only that, but here, let's put up a little extra entertainment. Every bar has to have multiple big screens. It's like a rule. And we'll go ahead and we'll activate. Okay, the connection is made. Now to put up our satellite bar, and what I like to think of as a satellite bar is we basically put up a little bar here, and it has several drinks machines with whoops, one set of stools. I have to click on this correctly. And that way, we are always, these machines produce alcohol at a finite rate, so people can grab a drink, sit down, and by the time they get up, the next person can grab one, and hopefully the drinks never stop coming. The same thing with the canteen here. So we'll put in one table, and then the rest will be meal makers to produce their, well, meals. And let's see. You can also put in a little entertainment. This can always be recycled later if I change my mind about placement. Wow, you can stuff a lot of screens in there. Yeah, we'll do the same thing here for the little satellite bar. Screens galore. Okay, I just need to see. Friend or foe? Friend. Excellent. Okay, these are all going to depend entirely on bioplastics, of which we don't have very many. That's part of the reason why I'm looking to put up another bioplastics processing plant. We are right at right at the limit on water production. So let's see, while we have a few extra metal units, let's increase the amount of water that we are extracting. Okay, so this processing plant will be all about bioplastics. We're just not producing enough fast enough. Running out of spares, huh? Let's take a look. We've added quite a few solar cells. Oh, well, these machines are loaded. We just need to get engineers to produce the spares. Although at this point, we can probably dedicate this factory just to producing spare parts. Good, more friendlies. I was like, please don't be another attack. I need the productivity here. Oh, did I forget to turn this airlock on? Let's make, oh, and that one too. I was gonna say, let's make everyone's life easier. You know, with all the construction, I'm wondering, are we outside of the defense perimeter? Yeah, just a little bit. Probably wouldn't hurt to reinforce defenses on this side of the base, especially considering the amount of infrastructure that's over here. So, let's go ahead and do that. We'll add another meteorite laser, and that should take us out to the map boundary. And sure enough, so this is the invisible boundary for the map itself. map boundary itself, I believe, is a radius around a central point, and so that will ensure that everything on this side of the base has a weapon protecting it. If we have multiple meteorites coming in, by having multiple lasers, as one laser is charging, the other can fire to ensure that we have the best possible chance of intercepting objects that could be potentially threatening to the base. That sounded close, but it must be outside the perimeter. At least I hope it was. Let's see. Where? Here we go. I'm just curious. Oh, yeah, it's outside the perimeter. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, it disappeared already, but that was the impact point. And here is where our perimeter ends in terms of protection by our meteorite laser. Now, as we expand, the post will probably have to put another one out here in this direction as well, just to ensure that the colonists in these domes remain protected. Getting the bioplastics produced is the hard part. Notice this canteen, all it has is a TV screen, but that's enough of a draw all by itself. It's like, yeah, show me that television, please. Give me all the bad news 24/7, and somehow that makes them happy. And I find the news depressing myself, but it'd be nice if they had something good to report, but oh well. I don't know, I guess people are just wired to look at the bad stuff. I remember hearing about a newspaper, I forgot the exact name of it, but it was a little single self-published little paper that someone dreamed up, and it focused only on good news. Well, the paper went bankrupt. They had plenty of great stories to put in there, and it was about the size of a regular newspaper, but they were all curated to be good news stories, and they were all recent. I mean, they weren't embellishing or making things up. People just did not buy the newspaper that didn't have like all the murder statistics and all kinds of other depressing articles and topics. Whoops, power storage is critical. Oh, but the sun is up. The sun is up. That's also why we're increasing our power collector storage. All right, let's see. So we can store 287,000 units of power. Whoops. Oh, wrong button. Whoops. I don't mean to put it on alert. Let's see what we've got first. Looks like a new engineer. Wait a minute. It can't be a new engineer. We're set to receive biologists only. Oh, here they are. New biologists. There we go. Okay, they built all the drinks makers, but we don't have any seating. So if anybody gets any alcohol from this bar, they're going to walk across the colony in order to go find someplace to sit. Oh well. I can't tell them in what order to do these things. I can just say, could you please prioritize building this construction first? Pretty please. Okay, you know what? Looking at the timer, it looks like this is a good spot to end this video. As you can see, things are pretty exciting here on the Dark Colony as we try to get the achievement. And so we have to reach 300 colonists. That should be no problem. However, to get the achievement, you have to do it in 70 days or less. There are 9 days left, and I need to recruit 75 colonists to come to this planet in order to make the achievement. Our status is good. Oh, whoops, going down to decent. Come on, I've got all the alcohol you guys could ever drink. There we go. That should be worth something. Oh, we're fluctuating. They're not sure. They're like, well, this place is okay. It could be better. Now, this is why we're fluctuating. Look at all these frowny faces. That is why the super bar is here to handle the surge. It's like, all right, you guys are sad. We will pour you drinks until you are under the table. I want you happy. I want you to star me up on Facebook so that other people read that and say, you know what, I want to come to that messed up planet and work like a dog for this guy. It's what Planetbase Corporation needs. Manpower. Oh, and here comes another person right now. Oh, I guess before we go, let's queue up. Oh, we already have queued up some construction for water extractors. I can hear that as we add more and more water fountains, the draw on the water system is increasing. So, all right, we'll go ahead and leave this episode here. Join me next time here on Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming channel, where we'll have more fun in Planetbase as we try to get the achievement for the Express Dark Colony. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. I think I can get it. Well, at least I think I can. If I miss out on this, it'll be close. So we'll see. We'll see in the next episode. See you next time.